back, everyone. It's another episode of Kings of Cana, episode 3. I'm here with Roach,
Hi, how's it going?
Jorge,
Yo.
and Ricky.
Good night, everyone.
And before we start, everyone else, they're sick for the day. They had to take a sick day, unfortunately. But on today's episode, we're going to be talking about the interesting topic: are video games a waste of time? What do you guys think?
Oh, dude,
Um,
I'm gonna say no, they're not a waste of time at all. What about you guys?
I'm going to say no, just because I feel like if you're just having fun, if you're just doing your own thing, then why
Yeah,
is it a waste
like-
of time? Unless you're like 30 years old with without a job or something. Yeah, you're just wasting your life. But
Yeah, circumstantial. For me, dude, since like I'm in school right now, I use it to like just relieve stress, so it's not a waste of time at all for me.
yeah.
That's how
I feel like
just get through papers out. Oh, what were you saying?
no, I was gonna say that I feel like a bunch of people also use it as like a coping mechanism too. You know, just to get through like the days and shit.
I can see that. Other people go run around or work out if they're angry or whatever, just are bored, but that's not us, I'm guessing. That's why we're here
Yeah.
talking about it, right?
All the nerds like to stay inside and play video games like us, right?
Yeah.
Hey, there's nothing
yeah,
wrong with it though. I think it's fun.
Oh
Yeah.
no, dude. We have a wide variety of games to just even choose from too, so you can't just get bored.
Yeah.
Okay.
What were you saying, Rich?
Basically, my opinion. Obviously, I'm gonna say it's not a waste of time because I'm a nerd. But like, if we're doing this from like an outside point of view, like let's say like a regular parent, it's like yeah, they're gonna be. It's like oh, it's a waste of time. They're learning nothing from this. But like you know how obviously you're gonna. How do I explain this? Well, okay, for instance, y'all know how, well, supposedly if you play video games like basically majority of your life, you're gonna get like, yeah, faster reflexes. Do y'all agree with that or what?
Like better like
think that-
hand-eye
I think that's
coordination.
true.
and
Yeah,
whatnot.
like that.
I
Yeah.
think that's true. Yeah.
I can
think
see
that's
that, but
completely
Yeah.
you did bring up a really good point. I'm sorry to interrupt about the whole parents just thinking that it's a waste of time. That's definitely my parents, straight up, dude. But I'll let you finish. We'll get into that a little later.
Well, no, that was basically just like what I had to say. Like, parents usually
Better-
they think it's a waste of time, or like anybody else basically that hasn't like touched a video game like hardcore. If that makes sense. But
Like the normies.
I guess yeah, like a normie.
But
Give me my
but
10
Roach,
days.
you made a good point. Like, that's why people think it's a waste of time because to them it doesn't interest them. It doesn't grab their attention. So that's why they
Right.
look at it. They say, "Why are you doing this? Like, you could be doing something productive." And on their mind, granted, give or take, it can be productive. It cannot be productive. Like Jorge said, it can help release some stress. Leave that stress. Kind of relax your brain for a bit and come back to whatever you're doing and go at it 10 times better. Granted, I'm not saying it helps with oh, you learned something new, but like,
Yeah.
I see
and
where
that's
you're
just how it
going,
is.
Ricky. Do you
And-
play a lot of games, Ricky?
honestly, not as much as I used to.
Not really.
Not really.
But that's
And
because of school, right?
school, but at the same time, I kind of get bored. Like, there's not something.
Yeah,
I can
yeah,
be
yeah.
consistent
Yeah,
with.
I
Like,
gotcha.
I have to I'll play something. I'll try to go at it for a while. And
Yeah.
after like maybe even a couple hours or maybe an hour, 30 minutes into it, I kind of get bored of it. I want to do.
That makes sense. I
Yeah.
gotcha.
Do you guys
Back to the
think?
parents thing.
Yeah.
Oh my bad. I
No,
didn't
no,
mean
no.
to-
Yeah, I was gonna bring
Uh,
it back too. But you go
well,
first.
like back with the parents thing, I feel like as time goes on though, that stuff's gonna change. Only because like I feel like a lot of people now are realizing that you could actually make a career out of playing video games nowadays. You know what I mean? Like if you grind hard enough, say you're gonna be a streamer, a professional esports player, for Cloud9, Evil Geniuses, whatever you want to do, you could actually make it like your full-time career if you try hard enough. And I feel like that's just gonna change later on because our parents didn't grow up with that. We're growing up with it.
Absolutely.
So like as our generation grows up and whenever we become parents, like for instance, whenever we all have kids and your kids are playing a fuck ton of video games all day every day, like you personally, are you going to stop them? Or is there like what's the barrier between like with it being too
For
much
me-
or you know what I mean?
Like
It would be as long as they got their stuff done,
Like school stuff, right?
Yeah.
what'd you think of it
Yeah.
as a reward or just like
Yeah, it's a good reward, I think.
That's how I would reward myself. I used to
Yeah.
not touch my. I play on Xbox
yeah.
sometimes, and I would not touch that during the school semester. This was back before I couldn't manage my time, and so I would just use it as a reward myself.
I
Just to, like,
gotcha.
I buy a bunch of games and then just play them over the winter
Yeah.
break, summer break.
I
Oh, yeah.
agree.
So I would use that as a reward, but you are right about that. Things are not like they used to be
Mm-mm.
because back then, yeah, gaming has been around for a couple years now, you know.
Yeah.
But
Well, its
like,
popularity
it,
growing, dude.
with the internet and media, now we have all this streaming, Twitch, YouTube, all this to
Mm-hmm.
just share.
And
I
Jorge
think it's
mentioned
great.
something
I think it's cool.
with the
Mm.
whole like not touching
Yeah,
it.
that
As a
actually is.
kid, that's how I grew up. At least, like I wasn't allowed to touch my gaming systems until the weekend came, and so like during the week I wasn't allowed to do it. So I'd go outside, go and play, and then come Friday, I'd play on my Nintendo 64 all weekend.
Gamer
And,
mode
and,
Yeah,
and that,
activated.
that
that's
helped. I think that helped a lot because like I was able to stay focused on my studies, and when the
Yeah,
weekend came, I could relax.
and that's because your parents thought it was a waste of time, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think that was the
My,
opposite with me. I don't I don't remember my parents ever being like, all right, you can't touch your till the weekend. You have to finish your schoolwork before you play video games. I don't think they really ever pushed it on me. I think
that,
I
that
kind of just went on my own. You know what I mean?
to me
Mhm.
to me it was like it's like middle. There'd be days where it'd be like, oh, I just gamer on kind of stuff, and there'd be days
Gamers
where
rise
I'm
up.
just gamers rise up, and basically it was like yeah, I have days like those, or in days it's just like what did I say, what am I saying, they like not force it on me, but it's just like, hey dude, you better do this or you get grounded, stuff like that.
Hmm.
And I was like,
Yeah.
you know, me being a big brain, I thought it was an empty threat, but then until one time, it actually happened. I was like, oh,
It actually happened.
yeah. I was like, oh,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah. I think my parents started getting serious with, I think, close to the end of high school, because they were sort of just like, like kind of need to grow up now. Like video games.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were
Do they?
little.
Mhm.
You could play all you want, but I mean, hey, you're about to graduate high school. You got to go to you got to go to college. Like you gotta make big boy decisions.
Yeah, I was
And
just
that's
about
when
to
I was
bring
like,
that up too. Like, is playing video games associated with the young crowd, or being a kid?
no,
a long
because
time
I
ago it
personally,
was.
Like
yeah, a
in
long
the
time ago,
view of
yeah.
parents, as to like like you just said that hey, you're nearing graduating high school. You need to find a job, go to college, and all this. So you need to leave
Mhm.
this behind and grow up a little.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't. It definitely is popular with all the young kids, but like, do you guys personally think that are y'all ever gonna grow out of video games? Like, do y'all think
No,
y'all will ever outgrow video games?
not even
Because I don't
close.
think I'm gonna outgrow video
Not
games.
entirely, but I feel like there will be a part of me that at one point they just. Well, I think that will happen with all of us.
Oh yeah,
It won't.
probably.
It
We'll all
won't.
play a
It,
lot
like it won't.
less.
Maybe,
Yeah.
but dude,
Like
dude,
it just.
I think I'm
It
still
just.
gonna put in my little hours that I always
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
I did with Red Dead Redemption. I spent like
Yeah.
4 days in a row playing it, and I was like,
But it's not gonna be like
That's
when we were
wild.
kids.
Yeah.
'Cause, like,
Yeah,
it's a
it's
long
not gonna be
story.
like when
Because
we were
we got
kids.
other stuff to our social. Our
Yeah, because people could take it as a waste of time. How like us would just sit outside at night, play Super Smash Brothers Melee till like 4 in the morning, just stay up, just straight playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be taken just as a big waste of time. But I mean, is it a waste of time if we're having fun?
Yeah. If it's like recreational, like hey man, like let's play for a while. That's cool. That's perfectly fine. But if you have other stuff that you're gonna take care of and you're wasting your there
Right.
we go, wasting your
Correct.
time.
Yeah.
Like that,
Yeah. That's
rather than
true.
focusing on your priorities, and
Yeah.
it is a waste of time.
That is true. If you know you have other things you need to take care of that are way more important than video games, and you're playing video games over that, then yeah, it certainly is a waste of
Yeah.
time. You do gotta set your priorities straight. You gotta tell yourself, hey, I'm gonna do this and this before I play video games. So yeah,
Like
that is true.
it's like basically in short, it's like, okay, like how you said earlier about the whole, you can make a career out of it. Like
Hmm.
obviously it's not gonna be a waste of time then, but and obviously again, if you have stuff, I don't know. Let's give me an example. Like, what do you have to do important? Like
Going to work.
going. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good one. You can't
Go
call
to
it.
work, putting that bread on the table, man.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't. You
you
can't.
gotta feed the fucking family, dude.
You can't go into work. Or you can't just like call into work. I mean, I'm pretty sure tons of people do that, but still, it's like, obviously,
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it. It's just like if you have, I don't know. You explained it like way better than me about the whole, time and stuff. But still,
Time management.
yeah, and all
Is that
that.
what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that could be said for a lot of things, but sticking strictly to this, dude.
Yeah, I also
Yes.
feel like if you wanted to do like a career out of gaming, like if you wanted to to make that your full-time career and actually do it. I feel like a lot of people are just naturally talented on that side of things. You know what I mean? Because like if you think about it, if you want to make that your full-time career, you have to be either really really good at a video game and join like a team, or say you want to start streaming or something, you have to be really funny or really entertaining, and you really got to like grab the crowd's attention.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like I feel like a lot of people are just
Be the
naturally
next
like
ninja,
that.
dude. You gonna be the next
No,
ninja?
no, dude, that's
Come on.
cringe.
All right.
No,
I don't know. I
but
do
yeah,
want to
dude.
try it though. I do want to try stream. I mean, probably not quit my
Streaming's
job
fun,
to
dude.
start
It's all.
streaming,
Oh
but
man, that's a
Oh,
commitment
no.
right there.
Yeah.
Full-time gaming.
All right.
I love video games, but I just starting off would be probably rough, man.
Yeah, and that's the hard part about it, because if you want to make it into a career, you'd have to dedicate so much time.
yeah, and like that's your job is to play video games, and like if you really think about it, like that shit sounds kind of tough, because that's 8-9 hours a day of just straight video games, like on your computer or
And
on
not
your
only that,
console or something,
that's not only straining on your time, but like on your visibility, maybe even your health to an extent too.
Dude, but
Yeah.
shout out to those people who said no, video games are not a waste of time and are making a career out of them.
Did proving
True.
the teachers wrong, dude? Easy, easy,
Yeah,
man.
a small little flex, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
literal
alright.
flex.
But then
Dude,
again, you gotta think,
how-
maybe some people didn't think that they would ever, they probably never thought video gaming could ever become a career too.
Yeah, well, I feel like a lot of people thought that. A lot of
Yeah,
people
see, I
thought
see that
that.
mentality
That's
like earlier, Now
Yeah.
I think anybody could just do it.
Hmm.
It's way more. There's more resources. It's more open.
It's easier now than it was
Yeah.
back in the day.
And
Absolutely.
it's only gonna get easier with time.
Yeah, it's only
Yeah.
gonna get easier and easier. Yeah, that's true.
Hmm.
But all in all, I don't really think video games are a waste of time.
I guess
As long
too,
as you're
like-
having fun with it, right?
Yeah, like
As long as you're having. Oh,
Yeah.
go ahead, Roach.
I was just saying, like to an extent, it's not a waste of time.
You just gotta
Like-
set your priorities, right?
Yeah, set all that, and then once you got those straight, you're good to go. Game on.
Yeah.
Gamers rise up. Kind of stuff.
You're golden.
Yeah, it's up to
You
PewDiePie
guys
kind of
said it.
stuff.
Time management. Not a waste of time.
Yeah.
Ricky, any remarks from you, my guy?
There was something you guys said in. Crap. You guys saying it wasn't a waste of time. I don't remember. It was something kind of supporting that for some people. Like, again, they're gonna see it as a waste of time. I don't remember what it was.
Like
Would you-
society, like society.
All right, so let me ask you guys something real quick though. Like, whenever all of you guys have kids, and say your kid went up to you and said, "Hey, like, I want to try to do video games as my career," would you guys be supportive? or
Dude,
would you
hell
guys-
yeah, I would.
I would probably be a little bit skeptical
I'll-
about it, just because, again, granted, maybe things will be easier then, But like, I don't know. That
Yeah.
part of me still wants like, well, what if it doesn't work out?
Yeah, I think I'll have that in the back of my head
want
too.
I want my child to have some sort of like a backup in case it doesn't.
Yeah,
And if he doesn't,
right.
that's what worries me. Because like, well, what is
Mhm.
I don't want him to feel like, what am I going to do with my? Because even then, when you come to that point, you're like, what do I do? You start to freak out. You don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Mostly like, but yeah, I see what you're saying though. But like, mostly what I will do is like, I wouldn't discourage him from him or her doing it. Like, obviously, if they make it, I'm gonna be proud because I'm like, God, it's a dream. I
Yeah,
wanted to
that'd be
live.
legit. Yeah.
I agree.
Like, one thing I do not want to happen. I don't want, if I have a daughter, I don't want her to be one of those e-girls. All right, just putting that out. But like, yeah, but like, if they make it cool, and like, again, I want them to do it as like a little hobby, not as a full-time thing.
Mhm.
It's just
Is
like,
this your public service announcement?
yeah, no e-girls. No e-girls
E-girls
ever.
aren't shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, bringing it back, my opinion on the supporting my child if he or she decided to do that, that's really awesome. I love games, so they definitely get that love for gaming from me. But would I support it right away? I don't think so. They'd have to show me they were serious.
Yeah,
about that.
yeah. Me
Agreed.
too. I agree with
Agreed.
that. Yeah,
I'd say no.
I didn't
to
think
that,
about that.
at
Yeah,
first.
actually, yeah, I didn't think about that.
because I
'Cause,
think
like-
what I would do. Or go on. Sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. You go.
No, go for it.
Okay. No, I was just gonna say, I gotta see if they're actually like getting that support, the following. If they're not, they're just just making little videos here and there, get like 2 views, and just not going anywhere. Then man, you got to hit them with that reality too, because that's part of the business.
Yeah, that's true. I think I'd probably, tell him or her, like, if you want to do this, at least go to school while you're doing it. Like work for your degree. Like in case the gaming thing doesn't work, you have a backup plan. You have your degree to get a job, and whatever else you want to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of people, and a lot of people do that. Like if we look
Yeah.
at, for example, Hungry Box, he has
Oh yeah, that's true.
engineering
Yeah.
degree, and he has that there. So in case he decides, hey, I don't want to live stream Melee anymore, he can go back to that. Same thing with YouTubers like AlphaRat. He has a degree as well, and he's doing that. If he doesn't want to do it anymore, he has that degree.
Alfred
to
has a
back him
degree?
up. He does.
Yeah.
I believe
What does he
it's
have a degree in?
biological chemistry or something of
What
that
the
nature. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
I could see why he chose gaming instead of that.
I don't
can
know.
see that
Something
perfectly.
along those
Oh,
Degree's
be
a
nice.
degree, you
And
know.
degree's a
No,
degree,
that's true. Yeah, that's true.
But they have that backup in case they decide they don't want to do that anymore. And I think that's a really good idea. If anyone's gonna do something like that, they should have some second option.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So people got these what's it called?
Did you forget?
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
I agree, dude. I
I
agree.
just
Yeah,
felt
yeah.
like
100%.
Yes. Yes.
hey,
Nah,
hey,
but-
everyone will know what I was trying to say.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
get it. We
Yeah.
get it.
If you know, you know.
Yeah. All right.
But-
I don't know.
Any last anything else you guys want to add before we cut this?
Not really. Just have your shit
I think I
together.
remembered what I was gonna say. In terms of video games, like also, I can see why people can feel like it's a waste of time because like if you think about it, some people could really spend so much time inside that they really don't develop social skills in it. Then when they try to be expressive with others, it's difficult for them. They haven't had the practice. I don't
But at
know.
that-
I feel like that could be an issue because of it. Granted, I'm not saying it's always an issue, but I feel like that could be something that worries people when they think, well, why do you play video games? I feel like that's all you do. It's like, why don't you go out and do things?
But
I'm
at
not
that
saying
point,
it's
is it
true, but-
like, is it a waste of time at that point, or is it just like a risk to your health? You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Mhm.
Like, obviously you got to regulate it, but
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that dives into a whole nother topic, my guy.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just
Nah,
me.
no, that's a
making
good point
sense.
though. No, yeah,
You're
that's a
making
good
sense,
point
man.
though. Yeah, that's a really good point.
Yeah, it really is.
But-
Yeah, but
All right, y'all. I think that's all the time we have for this podcast. We're gonna be changing it up a little bit. We're gonna be changing it to like short 15, 20-minute podcast now, just to spice things up a little bit. You know what I mean? Just to change things up. But yeah. We're all signing out. I'm Omar. I'll see you
Bye.
later.
All right. Adios. Roach signing off too.
please like and subscribe.
Oh yeah, follow our Instagram page, by the way. Link in the description. We made one.
All right.
So follow it to keep up with our videos and updates and all that fun shit. You know what I mean? But all right, I'll see y'all later.
All right. See y'all later.